So again, I hope Sunday, that message of God leading them into the promised land, I hope it just grabbed you and helped you maybe enter into that story and say, if I was in that situation, what would I do? Again, Numbers 14 and Numbers 32, loaded with spiritual insights. I want to read for you Numbers 14, and I want to read for you verses 26 and 27. This is God's point of view about what happened. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, how long must I put up with this wicked community and its complaints about me? Yes, I've heard the complaints the Israelites are making against me. This story is about God doing everything he can to free them, to love them, to provide for them, to protect them. And what is so stunning about this story is that every chance they get, every hardship they face, they looked at it as the reason why they shouldn't put trust in God. They should actually go back into slavery. And for me, the response to God is just stunning. They would always embrace complaints, and I know we're being repetitive in these talks about this, but they would always embrace like this fear, and they would always embrace rebellion. No matter what God did, no matter how he provided, no matter how they experienced him, they always would embrace these things. And ultimately, they just did not believe God was going to be with them as they would have a chance to go into the promised land. They literally wore God out. So let's personalize this a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about this. How do you walk through life? Do you look back in your life and say, look what Jesus has done for me. He died for my sins. The Holy Spirit lives inside me. All he has done has sent consistent messages that I love you, I'm here to protect you, I'm here to love you. Does that give you God courage to now deal with stuff? Like, this is what's going on in my life. I'm looping in misery. I want to deal with it. It's a battle. I don't know if I want to face it, but I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to get out of my looping, miserable life. Does it give you courage to do that? Do you struggle to take this reality of what God has done for you and translate it into, hey, I have faith in God that I'm going to live out today. I have faith in God that I'm going to live out this week. And I'm going to, part of me did not want to ask this question. Part of me thought I had to ask this question. Again, I'm not trying to be confrontational, but in your relationship with God, and he's leading you into a battle, a spiritual battle to lead you to victory, and you're really struggling with it, are you wearing God out? I would encourage you to know that he's always with you. He's always there to bless you and give you courage, and he wants to walk with you as you break through those battles. But it's a good question to ask, because I think sometimes we feel like we're in a loop and we feel miserable, and God's right there to break that loop, break that misery, and lead us into something with freedom and healing waiting for us. So again, go back over Numbers 14, personalize it, and ask yourself these questions. If I was there, if I was in that moment, what would I have done? And then personalize it today. How am I following after God? Am I breaking out of the loops of misery, or am I kind of stuck? So ask yourself those questions, and if you want, reach out to us. We'd love to have a conversation with you about this. I'll see you tomorrow.